All right, guys, today we are in Potranco Acres, gated community in Castroville, Texas, on 1 acre plus home sites. Now, before we get started, I can't help but notice that we're twinning a little bit today with the plaid.
Yo, you like this?
We didn't even plan this, guys. That's just how we do it.
You know what? Nonverbal. We're nonverbal.
This community you guys are gonna absolutely love. We're gonna go inside and check out this luxury home, and then we are gonna jump in the map, show you a little bit about the area, its conveniences to different places, and we hope you guys love it as much as we do. Let's go.
All right, guys, today we're talking about Potranco Acres, and I'm really excited about this one, but you're gonna wanna pay attention to the map on this one because Potranco Acres actually carries an address in Castroville, Texas. So if you take a look at my map that I have here of the city of San Antonio, this is the city. The city of Castroville is actually gonna be located way out here on this kind of southwest, far west side of the city, outside of the 1604 loop. Now, Potranco Acres, while it does carry a Castroville address, it's gonna be located in this little section way over here. Now, living out here is gonna put you about 35 minutes away from the airport, which is right up here. It's also gonna put you about 35 minutes away from downtown, which is gonna be right over here. And it's gonna put you about 25 to 26 minutes away from Lackland Air Force Base, which is right down here. All right, let's zoom in on this neighborhood a little bit and get a better understanding of the area. So as I mentioned earlier, Potranco Acres is gonna be right in this little section right here. If you can see these streets, you have a fire and EMS station immediately outside your neighborhood, so hopefully you won't have to worry about any emergencies. They'll be there as quick as possible. Now, when it comes to this neighborhood in particular, you're in kind of a unique situation as opposed to a lot of these other neighborhoods because you share a lot of the same amenities as the far west side of San Antonio, but again, you're located just far enough to where you can just as easily go into Castroville, the actual heart of the city, and use their amenities as well. For instance, you're gonna be about 10 minutes away from the HEB at Potranco and 211, which is right here next to a couple of these other neighborhoods that we've discussed before. But also, you're only gonna be about 10 minutes away from the heart of Castroville, where they have a Walmart as well. So you have options. And if you wanna go in a little bit further to go to Costco, you're gonna be looking at the nearest one at 1604 and Potranco Road, which is gonna be over here. Now, this is about a 20-minute or so drive from Potranco Acres, the neighborhood, but most people go to Costco only a couple times a month. Now, the next thing we're gonna talk about with this neighborhood has to do with schools. Now, this neighborhood is actually going to be in Medina Valley ISD, which is interesting because based on its location, you would think that it's closer to some of those NISD, those Northside Independent schools as well, but because of where it's at, the address is technically in Castroville, this is actually going to put you in Medina Valley ISD. So there's pros and cons to this. All of your schools, your elementary school, your middle school, and your high school are all gonna be right next to each other. However, they're all gonna be located in the heart of Castroville. Now, your elementary school is gonna be Castroville Elementary School, which is gonna be located directly in the center of Castroville. And then you're gonna have Medina Valley High School and Medina Valley Middle School, which are going to be located right next to each other, also right on the outskirts of that part of Castroville. So they're within about 3 to 4 minutes of each other, but they are all going to be located in this part of town. Now, a lot of people might look at this neighborhood and think, man, this seems really far out there. Why would I want to be so far away from the city? But in actuality, it's not actually that hard to get into town. You don't have to take a bunch of back roads, and you're actually conveniently located next to a few good highways. From your neighborhood, all you would do is come up Potranco Road right here, hop on Highway 211, which connects Potranco Road to Highway 90, and then you could take Highway 90 directly into town. Wherever you need to go, this will take you directly into the center of town, making it pretty easy to get into. Now, the last thing that I want to address before we go and actually take a look at this neighborhood is going to be the HOA and the amenity center. Now, while this neighborhood is gated, it does not have an amenity center. And the reason for that is because all of these lots are at least 1 acre, and the vast majority of people who want a pool decide to put one in their own backyard because they have plenty of space to do whatever they want with their yard. Which also brings me to my next point. The HOA is only a whopping $150 a year, which is absolutely insane considering the quality of these houses, and you get a front gate. So all in all, I'm super excited about this neighborhood. I hope you guys are too. Let's head out there and take a look and see exactly what it has to offer. Okay guys, we are out here in Potranco Acres, and I'm really excited because I've been wanting to do this one for a while. So first impressions so far, man, all these houses are very far apart from each other. So if you have neighbors, you're gonna have to do some walking if you need to go borrow some sugar.
Which is nice.
Oh man, that's great. I know a lot of people like the tight-knit community, and you know, there's something out there for everybody, that's sure. But I love how big these lots are. These are all at least 1 acre lots, and I want to say that their biggest lot out here is 2 acres, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
They're huge, and you can tell, I mean, the houses are massive. They're super wide. They all have at least 3 cars, some of them even 4-car garages. All the builders that are out here in this community did an amazing job. There's Texas Homes out here, and I want to say that Ashton Woods is actually building houses out here as well. And this is going to be higher end houses as well.
One of the things I do like though, you mentioned it, you have a lot of space, you know, you're on at least 1 acre of land, but this is an exclusive neighborhood. I think that you will still get that tight-knit community feel, even though everybody's on an acre plus. You know, it's a gated community, and it's one of those neighborhoods, there's only 95 lots in this neighborhood, so it is one of those neighborhoods where you're gonna know your neighbors on each side of you and probably even down the street. You know, if you've ever lived in a cul-de-sac, you know how it is when you know all the neighbors that live in your cul-de-sac, and when a car comes in that you don't recognize, everybody's looking like, who does that car belong to? This is probably one of those neighborhoods as well.
Yeah, I think I would agree on you. However, I am gonna say that a place where this neighborhood shines, and I think you already know where I'm going with this, the HOA. Now, I know you didn't see an amenity center on the map footage, and we talked about that, but the HOA, man, it's only $150 per year, which is mind-boggling. Now, don't get me wrong, most of the people here, they do have pools, and they can kind of have the space to build their own amenity centers and really whatever they want to do. But man, can you believe that? $150 a year?
$150 a year. There's not a whole lot I don't think the HOA is going to be doing here, when most people here have their own swimming pools, and there's not a lot of common areas for them to keep maintained. So yeah, I mean, 150 bucks, that's what I would expect. If it was more than that, I'd be asking, hey, what are you guys doing?
That's what I like to hear though. $150, that's my kind of neighborhood.
But the environment out here is absolutely pretty. I mean, when you see, we'll get some drone footage so you guys can take a look, but this whole area is just very, very nice.
Surrounded by hills, bunch of trees, and a lot of mature trees too. I know how you feel about trees. I feel the same way. Man, you can't go wrong with this neighborhood. First impressions are incredible. Was one of my favorites so far that we've done.
Let's go take a look at the house, because I'm super excited to see it.
Oh man, I'm stoked. Let's go. All right, so first thing about this house that I'm absolutely in love with is this driveway. Now, I've got a pretty standard driveway in my own house right now, but one thing I will say is that you never know how much you need until you don't have it. And that's a perfect example of that situation. Now, this is obviously the model home, so a lot of this may be a situation where, you know, you can always expand it, make it a little bit wider to fit more vehicles in here. But even if it's not, even at this length, you can still fit. How many cars do you think we could fit in here, Johnny?
Oh, a lot. And I really like that because, you know, this neighborhood doesn't have sidewalks. And so, you know, you don't want a lot of on-street parking. Of course, you're going to get a little bit of on-street parking if you have a ton of guests. But being able to have this super long driveway like this, I mean, look at this driveway. It's super long. All this space for people to park. And I know that, you know, even in my neighborhood, people extend their driveway. I mean, you have the space to do it.
And to be honest with you, you used to have all this plus a 3-car garage. You have plenty of space to park whatever vehicle you want.
You do have the 3-car garage. Of course, right now it's not cut out because this is the model home. But it would be nice if you had that separate area way back there to have a large garage for your RV parking. Remember, I had pointed that out when I lived in Colorado. People had RV garages, and you don't see that a lot here.
Which is weird because a lot of people have RVs here. So, but you know what though? With the amount of space that comes with these lots, I think that that's probably something you could put in and fit on your yard and be good to go. So let's go check out the front of this house. I'm super excited. First of all, I love the stone and stucco combination. That combination is not super popular in Texas. Usually you're gonna see a lot of stone and bricks, but I haven't seen too many stone and stucco combinations.
I'm actually seeing that a lot more.
Have you?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a newer thing.
Yeah, it's pretty common now in some of these newer neighborhoods to see the stone and stucco combo. I'm a fan of it. Like you said, you've got the stone stucco and with the wood. Super big fan of the wood, especially these tall entryways like this.
You know, and with the tall entryway, you know what this reminds me of? You ever been to a mountain lodge, like California or like Colorado, Arizona? I kind of get this vibe with it, which I really like. I think it's super cool and unique, especially when a lot of the homes here have the same look to them. These stand out for sure. Super tall ceilings here, which is really, really nice as well. This is a great spot to hand out candy. Halloween just passed, but great spot to hand out candy if you have trick-or-treaters. And I don't know how many you have in this neighborhood though. So let's head inside and check a look.
Ooh, this house is nice, man.
Oh, you're telling me. So as we came in, obviously you saw the 2 double doors, which is great, especially when you have to move huge pieces of furniture. Now, I struggled with it. I mean, I understand I'm not always the brightest crane in the box, but that being said, the double doors up front, super duper nice. Now, one thing I will address that I'm kind of iffy on, and Johnny, tell me your thoughts on this, but I noticed there wasn't much of a foyer.
No, there's not. And I'm a big foyer person. Now, this home is like your farmhouse style home, so that's gonna be pretty common when you're walking through. When you first walk into the house, you're gonna walk right into the whole house. You're gonna have your kitchen, dining room, living room, you know, just like this one is laid out. It's gonna be very similar to that.
And while I like the farmhouse feel, you know, I love the cathedral ceilings that it's up here. I think the look is really nice. I would appreciate if they put maybe just a little bit more of a foyer out here to give a little bit of space between the front door and the body of the home. So dining room right here. I like the choice that they made. Looks really great. But what I'm really excited about, and which your eyes probably drawn to already, this is probably like top 3 kitchens I think we've seen in houses that we've been doing these walkthroughs in by far. First of all, you have this massive island which is made for entertaining. I mean, how many people do you think we could fit here? Probably like 5 on one side.
You could fit my whole family. So.
Yeah. So and that's like 13 people right there. So. So what's really nice, so you have this big island and you have all this storage over here. Comes with the farm sink, and now this is really unique to this property. This is kind of strange. Have you ever seen this before?
I haven't.
They're like built-in spice cabinets, but they were so smart in the way that they did it because they put it right next to where you're gonna need the spices.
Well, you know, and I really like they're accessible. So, you know, sometimes you've got to reach, you know, I'm not a tall guy. So sometimes you got, yeah, can you imagine if your spices were way up there? In
man, all your food would be bland, man. No spice, no seasonings, no nothing.
Yeah, so that's a good look right there. I really like that.
Absolutely.
And that microwave.
Have you ever seen, I've never seen one like that either. There's a lot of firsts for me in this home, and that's one of them as well. Huge section for the range. Now, obviously, you know, you have your choice of what range to put in. They elected to go with the Smart KitchenAid, top of the line. I mean, this is like 6 burners plus a griddle, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's an air fryer somewhere in here. Really cool. So you have more storage space over here. You have, I mean, if you need a spot to put bowls and plates, right, there's no lacking of areas for it. So you have it on this side of the fridge, you have the counter over here, and you also have the exact same thing, maybe a little bit smaller over here that you could utilize as a coffee station.
Now, I like both sides over here because I want my own coffee station.
Yeah.
Now, I know my wife
That's what I'm
don't want
saying.
to hear that, but you know what? Sometimes I drink different coffee than her, so it'd be nice to have my own little
That's fair.
coffee station.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I get that 100%. But you know what? I'm gonna one up you right now, because if you thought that wasn't enough space, wait till you see what's back here. Okay, so how much coffee do you think you could fit here?
I don't know, but yeah, this area back here is really nice.
This is insane.
Butler's pantry, plenty of space. Behind you there is the pantry, and that's a big walk-in pantry. Plenty of space to keep all of your stuff, but then you have all of this cabinet space down here in the butler's pantry. You know, you had tons of cabinets in the kitchen where you could put your bowls, your glasses, but you could put them all back here.
You have the room in the kitchen, you have it here, and you have the space for the pantry. So at this point, I'm just looking for stuff to fill my house.
What would you keep back here? I'm guessing this would be like your formal dining wear.
Yeah,
right?
which I don't have, to be honest with you, because I have 2 small children, and that will be broken like that. So while we're over here, let's take a look at the master bedroom. Now, we obviously just walked past the butler's pantry, but it's like it happened again. What do you call this?
I mean, it's another butler's pantry.
It's literally another butler's pantry within the threshold of the master bedroom. Like this, I've never seen this before, and it's so cool because I always look for places to put my keys, okay? And I never have them, I always just throw them on the counter, and this is the space.
So this takes the place of your entryway table.
Correct.
Right, so you've got your entryway table in your bedroom. Now, this would also be similar to if you had a linen closet.
Yes.
So you could use these cabinets for, you know, your towels and sheets and...
Which, there is a linen closet. So again, storage is like the theme of this house. And in regards to storage, it's very, I'd say, comparable in the amount of space as the Ashton Woods home that we looked at up in Kinder Ranch. Do you remember that one had tons of space, tons of cabinets? Very reminiscent of that, but I think this one might actually have more. So off to your right-hand side, you're gonna have the bathroom as soon as you come in here. Now, I kind of have mixed feelings about this. Beautiful nonetheless, right? Because when you come in, off to your right-hand side, you have this giant shower. I mean, huge shower, which is great. Now, you have the regular shower head on the side of the wall, but you also have the overhead shower head. Now, I don't know about you, but
It's like a rain shower, right? Is that what they call it?
Probably.
I don't know exactly what they call that.
It looks great, but I'll tell you what, whenever you're actually showering, I just can't get, like, the water is just everywhere. So I don't like them that much. I don't think they're very functional.
Well, you know, but it works independently from your regular shower head, so you could always just turn it off. But
exactly,
you know, it's pretty nice. Now, the one thing that I pointed out when we first walked through here is, I mean, it's pretty, right?
Yes.
You've got the large garden tub in the center of your bathroom, huge bathroom. But practically, it's not something that I would use. How about you?
No, to be honest with you, the idea is good. I like the idea of the separate vanities, but this, like, the distance between it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like, it's huge.
You wake up in the morning. I mean, there's something a little bit comforting, I guess, when you and your wife get up together. You guys are getting ready in the bathroom together. Your his and her sink are pretty close. This one is like on the other side of the room.
I don't want to have to yell at you in the morning when you're brushing your teeth. I don't want to talk some mess. You know, basically that's my point. So as you come over here, the bathroom is huge. Like, I can't say enough good things about the size of the bathroom. So you have the water closet here, a linen closet off to your right-hand side, but then you have this massive walk-in closet, and you don't have to compromise with space in here because you have a section right here, be his or hers, and then you have the other section which goes even deeper into the closet. There's built-in shelves where you could put shoes, you could hang stuff up, and I'm sure that if you wanted to get some sort of customization in here, you could have somebody come in here and do it because there's so much space that you have available to you.
But to me, there really didn't seem like a space cut out for a gun safe. And that's gonna be a problem for me.
Yeah, agreed. That's the one dilemma. Well, you know, with all these drawers, I'm sure you could turn them into safes.
Yeah, so I love this bedroom. You know, I'm a fan of the tray ceilings. This one's got that. Now, this bedroom isn't as massive, well, the sleeping area isn't as massive as some of the bedrooms that we've seen, but like I pointed out, it's got a ton of windows for natural light. There's plenty of space to add if you wanted to add like an assault runner or a exercise bike, right? You could put that in here.
Yeah,
space for that.
You have space for just about whatever you want. But to touch on the size of the bedroom, I think this is about perfect size because, and we've addressed this in other videos, but if you have a TV, if you're one of the people with a TV in a bedroom, I don't want to be so far away from the TV where I have to squint to be able to see it. So I think this is a really good distance. You still have enough space to walk. You still have enough space, to put a chair for decorations, your little bench, things like that. But I think this is really good size, and I really like the way they laid out this whole bedroom suite.
Now, one thing we didn't touch on was across the hallway through the butler's pantry. If we go back through there, that laundry room, very nice laundry room.
Super
nice.
Now,
one of our listings that we currently have right now has a storage room that's, is used just for storage.
Yeah.
About this size, maybe a little bit bigger, but I mean, this is a big laundry room that you can not only do laundry in, but look at all the cabinets up there.
I mean, there's so much storage space, and it's nice because you have items that you want to put in place. You have items that you want to keep in store, but you don't always know where to put them.
Yeah.
And this is a great option for that. You have your junk drawers you can put, and you can have all your cleaning supplies in here. And also you have this big old countertop to where whenever you fold your clothes in the same room, then you can leave them here for a week because you didn't want to do all the laundry.
Yeah, because I know I'm not the only one that does their laundry and then dumps all their clothes out on their bed in their bedroom and folds them there. Like, I wouldn't have to do that anymore. I can just leave the mess
You ever sleep on the clothes on your bed?
You know what? Not on videos. Not on video, sir.
Okay.
Over here, you're gonna have your half bath.
Yep.
And your mud bench there if you wanted to even do a built-in.
That's what I was thinking too. You can put a built-in rack here. You can put a little place for your shoes. That way you don't track mud throughout this amazing home. So the crazy thing is this is only one side of the home. I feel like I've been doing, we've been in this house for an hour and we've only shown you this whole side of the home. So
see the rest.
Let's go take a look at the rest.
I do want to go over here real quick because I don't want to pass this up. Next to the kitchen, you're going to have another living room. You can call it a living room, a sitting room. Now there's no TV in here. Of course, you can do whatever you want with it. What I like about this is, we're a homeschool family. So this area right here has got the sliding doors to close it off. And we would probably turn this into a schoolroom for our kids, right? This is super nice.
Now, do you like the sliding doors?
I do. It's not going to keep a ton of noise out, but for a room where you're doing some schoolwork or your kids are in here, doing schoolwork, I think that it would be sufficient. I wouldn't use it as like an office, but.
Yep. And one thing I liked about that room too is that it did have access to this outside patio right here. Now, the patio, while it's bigger than my patio, it's a great size right now. I would like to see it maybe extended just to the end of the house, or maybe you could add a deck, or whenever you decide to build for your outdoor living area, you have options. You have the space for just about whatever option that you want here, which is solid. I can't stress that enough. You also have your other door here, so you have multiple ways that you can get onto this patio, which is really, really nice, as well as you have people that are staying out there. So this is gonna be the living room, I guess, if you will, the entertaining room. Now, Johnny, I'm excited about this house.
Look at
the fireplace.
Got the fireplace.
And it looks
very
like
tall.
Yes, and it looks like a wood burning fireplace. It might be gas, but it does look like you can also have the option to burn wood. Something about this living room that I love is the ceiling fan. There's so many blades on it, and I guarantee you, man, you get that circulation. I get hot easily, so I get excited about stupid stuff like that. That's how I know I'm getting older.
Well, it's just a really tall ceiling in a big room, so having a ceiling fan that size is nice.
And it really goes with the farmhouse aesthetic of this house. It really just matches. So as you come in here and you go to the right-hand side, you're gonna have this bedroom over here. Now, this is gonna be, you would treat this as a guest suite. Pretty good sized bedroom. You're gonna have a good walk-in closet over here, and you are gonna have a full bathroom inside of this bedroom as well. So that way, if you have your mother-in-law over, if you have people that are gonna be staying for a while from out of town, this is an amazing spot for them. Has room for just about anything that you would need in here. Although they don't have a fan, I know they have a hookup, they don't have a fan in this room. That's,
right.
You know how I feel about that.
And then as you walk back out, I was saying, I do like this large window that you have to the outside. It would be kind of cool. I know that we've got two doors to, you know, get you outside on the patio. But if they would have put a door there, that would have been.
Or, you know, in some of the houses that we've seen, the big like opening sliding glass doors that
which is probably something they could do here.
So that's the thing about Texas Homes, which is the builder for this home. They're an option builder. So while they do have the base floor plans, there are so many ways that you can make this house your own. They have so many different options that you can elect to put onto this house, and I would not even put it past them to put one of those big old sliding.
There's a lot of different things that they could do.
Tons.
With your house.
So we're gonna have the other two bedrooms over here. Off to your right-hand side, we'll start over here. Now this is about the same size as the other one. Again, you're gonna have a walk-in closet, but the difference between this section of the house and that other bedroom that we just took a look at is that it has a Jack and Jill bathroom connected to the other side. So you come in here, you know, you have a decent amount of storage space, you have your own little setting, you have the shared bathroom between this bedroom and the other one, you have your water closet here, and then you have your other door, which is gonna block off, you know, so that way when you don't have your annoying sibling trying to come in all the time and bother you, just make sure you lock that door. That's all you gotta do. So Texas Homes, as I mentioned earlier, they're an option builder and they build some beautiful homes. Now their floor plans in this neighborhood do start in the mid 600s and they go all the way up. This floor plan that we're talking about today is just under 3,500 square feet and it's gonna be 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, which means everybody gets their own space. And this floor plan starts at about $770,000. And to be honest with you, for everything that you get, it's hard to find a house that has this much, with this much land, this close to the city for that price. Absolutely amazing. What do you think, Johnny?
Yeah, beautiful home. You know, I'm a big fan of Texas Homes. Now, I did say, you know, I'm not a huge fan of farm style homes.
Farmhouse style.
Farmhouse style. Just because I do like a deeper foyer when I walk into the house. You know, I am a huge fan of having like an entryway table. You know, I do like my seasons, so we like to decorate the entryway with the different seasons. So you won't have that here, but
might be an option to extend.
But you've got that massive porch, so you can do the same deal on your porch. We've got some good friends out in Colorado that do that. Phenomenal decorators, and they do that with all the different seasons.
They really do.
I do like that.
This house is really incredible and unique at the same time where it feels familiar. And I think that that's something that Texas Homes really has going for them as far as this segment goes, especially with this price range.
Man, that was a nice house and I love this community. What do you think?
Man, I gotta tell you, I had never really heard of this builder and I hadn't heard too much of them before today. And I gotta tell you, don't sleep on them because they are incredible. The house is amazing quality. I mean, just a lot of unique features to it, but I think my absolute favorite part of this neighborhood just has to be the sheer lot size of every single home. It doesn't matter what lot you get in this neighborhood, you are guaranteed at least an acre. And I think that alone speaks for itself.
Yes, and I know we touched on it. Texas Homes is a builder out here in this community, but there are other builders in this community as well. So if you found this community to be something that you're interested in, then let's talk. Now, Texas home builders, they're not just here. Like, they're right down the road in Stevens Ranch. They built some homes out there. They're building out in Bernie. Beautiful home sites out there as well. So
very similar to this neighborhood.
They are a very, very great builder. Now, I do love Castroville. Now, this area out here, out off of Potranco Road, we know that as you get closer to 1604, it's growing a lot, but this area out here still feels like you're in a little bit of a rural area.
This area isn't quite as developed as that far west side of town, that 211 and Potranco area yet, but it's only about 5 minutes away. So you can expect that to come this direction. But for now, this is seclusion. This is that Texas living that everybody's looking for in this area right now.
Now, guys, if this is something that you found to be interesting to you, or you're interested in maybe something similar, but in another area, again, hit us up. We would love to talk to you about it. Now, we do post videos every single week, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You do not want to miss them.
And guys, if you plan on making a home purchase here in the San Antonio area within the next few months or even the next few weeks, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We would love the chance to speak with you and your family about helping you make a smooth move here to San Antonio. So guys, thank you so much for watching our stuff. We'll see you in the next one.